Hey Magical Cuties! So I'm starting my katsucrunch video and I'm going to start off with making Mai from Magical Emi. We're doing a really exciting Studio Pierrot girls group and I already have all my fabric and everything. I'm doing Miss Mai, who transforms into Magical Emi. I've already cosplayed Magical Emi, so it's going to be super exciting. I couldn't find any solid reference pictures, so I'm just scrolling down Google. Definitely, we know what she looks like. This is her here. Cute little thing, right? Super cute. It's just gonna be like a circle skirt, pretty much a very simple t-shirt like top, and some yellow kicks. I have her wig and all her fabric ready, so we're gonna see if we can just go ahead and knock that out today. Alright, so I've got my fabric laid out. This is just 2 yards of a interlock red jersey fabric, and what I really like to do, it just keeps things so easy, is to use this webpage. This is By Hand London Circle Skirt app. You can basically just plug in what you want. So inches, full circle skirt. I'm going to make it a mini skirt. I mean, the length it's going to be shorter than that, so anyways, and then you put in your waist measurement, and I guess I'll give myself some extra room there. So, and it tells you pretty much what you need. So your waist radius here, 3 3/4 inches, and how they want you to cut it. Pretty much super easy. It also includes seam allowances of 5/8 of an inch and hem allowance of 1 inch, so everything is pretty much good to go. You kind of know how you're going to cut it, you know what measurements you need to follow, and so you can just mark it on your fabric and get going from there. And this is pretty much always how I make circle skirts. It's the same as just having it written down in my book, but if my waist measurement ever varies or whatever, it's easy. I don't have to do any math, and this website's always available for everyone for free, so check it out. Wow, look who came out to say hello. Hi, Mr. Misty. Cutie pie. He's here to watch me make a magical girl outfit. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. Sweetheart. Bye now. Ziggy loves Misty so much, he's always in here to watch him. I gave him an almond. I gave him an almond. Yes. Okay, so that's the skirt cut out. I'm gonna see how that looks, and then I'm also going to cut out a waistband and then get everything pretty much constructed. I ended up cutting a side seam in so I could insert a zipper, so I just folded it in half and cut pretty much right down the fold right there on the side. So the way that I install invisible zippers is I basically sew it straight onto the seam allowance, and then later on I seam rip open the seam in the middle for as far down as I need the zipper to go. So I'm really just going to be sewing this on right here in this little gap where you're supposed to sew the invisible zipper on, and I'm going to be only sewing it onto the seam allowance. Alright, so the zipper is in. Clearly if I had a red one I would have used one, but on every recent shopping trip that I had I forgot to pick up a red one, so I used a pink one that I had. Not too big of a deal, especially since it's an invisible zipper and it's hidden in the seam here. You can only see it if you really try. So, zipper's in. Now I'm just going to put on the waistband and hem the bottom, and her skirt is pretty much done. And then I'm going to start on drafting her little shirt, which should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, and then it's her wig. Alright, so I pretty much have her skirt done. I need to sew on a little hook and eye closure to close up the, what's it called? The waistband here, or snap or something, and hem the bottom. But here it is with petticoats on, and yeah, simple as that. Time to hem the bottom and then get started on her shirt, which I could probably even just use the t-shirt I'm wearing as a pattern for. Super, super easy. Yay! Alright, so now it's actually done. I've got the hook and eye and everything sewed on. I wish I had a red zipper, but you know what? Such is life. Don't have one, and I don't really want to spend like $4 to $7 on a zipper, depending on where I go. But she's good. She's here. Young little magical she. The bottom has been hemmed and she's ready to party. So now it's time for me to work on the t-shirt. Alright, so I have laid out my shirt with the seams kind of showing how this looks, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out the back. The back of the shirt is just one piece, and then the front of the shirt is this weird wrapping thing happening. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that out first of all, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to make my little wrap shirt thing, which should be also super easy. Get everything cut out, and then start that construction process. Super easy when you have something you can just trace that, you know, fits you well. Just lay it out on the seams and draw around it with chalk, and everything will work out perfectly fine. That's pretty much the simple way to make just about anything. Alright, so there you see I've got her shirt all cut out, including the yellow trim. I'm just gonna pretty much sew together the side seams, put on the sleeves, and kind of do all of that right now, just get it basically constructed before I put on the yellow trim. And I can try it on and figure out which side of these I want to be the overside and cut the rest off, and put the button together or whatever is going to keep it, you know, together. But I'm really, yeah, this is pretty much easy peasy. Just gonna try and get this finished, knocked out in maybe an hour. Let's see if I can do it. So here's an update. I've got the shirt pretty much constructed, the sleeves on. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do, well, I'm just gonna put the little yellow neckline on, I guess, this part, and this is gonna have to, like, I don't know. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna connect all of this so it works. And from there I'm gonna make her little pink star, and yeah, should be pretty much good to go. The shirt's a little bit see-through, as you can see, but I'll just wear, you know, a little undershirt, and which I'll probably want anyways because it'll be cold. And yeah, then she'll be good. She'll be good to go. I've got to style her wig still, and get some yellow Converse, but easy things to fix. So yeah, we're working on it. Alright, so it took me longer than I expected. I kept having troubles with the neckline, which is honestly like super ugly. And for some reason I can never like get necklines right when I make stuff for myself, and it's exhausting. Her sleeves are also a little bit long, like I have them right now, they're like pulled up. So I'm probably gonna end up adjusting that and like fixing the sleeves so that they're the right length. But I can do that later. I think for the moment I'm going to focus on making her little star brooch or button or whatever. And I'm just going to do it out of some craft foam. This is like the thicker one because I figure that'll look nicer. And I'm going to paint it pink, and I'm probably going to throw some glitter on it and then varnish it, and yeah, put a pin back on and she'll be pretty much good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and paint that really quickly and cut that out and have that ready to party. So just a tip, in order to get her brooch shape to be a good old star, like a perfect star, I went ahead and put one into Photoshop, and then I traced a piece of paper and cut it out. Used this as like a light box in order to like get the shape right. And then I traced that onto my craft foam, and from there I'm going to cut that out, paint it, and wait for everything to dry, and you know the drill. So that's my trick for getting geometric shapes to be perfect when you're cutting things out. Alright folks, so I'm going to start wig styling tonight. I'm currently going to be working on Mai so I can finish up her. The problem with me wig styling is that, as you guys probably all know, like these wig heads aren't the actual size of a human head, and then on top of that I have so much hair, so I'm going to have to like do some preliminary cutting, and then I'm gonna have to like fix my hair so that I can go under a wig cap and then try it on and then do some styling from there. So it'll be a whole process. But here is the before wig, the base wig. It is just a long wig that I got from eBay for a couple bucks. I'm a pretty big fan of eBay wigs, basically because they have really soft fibers, they're really easy to wear. A couple years ago that was not the case, but now I think it's pretty much safe. You can order wigs from eBay for like $10 or less. And luckily I got a pretty good color. It's brown, but it's also reddish, which is really true to her. So we're gonna go ahead and start cutting this into a little like bob mullet thing that she has. I'm really excited. So hopefully you guys can see, I'm just taking small sections and cutting in this downward motion. I'm pretty much just making it shorter at the moment. I'm not doing any kind of intricate styling, just because, you know, sometimes it's a lot cheaper to actually buy a long wig and then cut it than to buy a wig that's the correct length for your character. And it's still going to be a little bit long before I like try it on and start thinking of where I need to cut and what kind of things I need to fix up and how to do her bangs and so forth. So I'm just making it go kind of from this to this at the moment, so it's a little bit shorter and easier to work with once I can get it on my head and start layering and that sort of thing. And I really don't know anything about cutting hair. I just have experience cutting wigs for costumes, so I'm not saying this is how you should cut your hair. I mean, I wouldn't be the one to ask. I wouldn't really know. But this sort of thing works pretty well, at the very least, on these kinds of fibers, these synthetic fibers. And it makes them look a lot better than if you were to cut them in other ways. Like I can show you, if I were to just cut straight across like that, you get this super like choppy looking cut as opposed to this sort of more feathered natural kind of look. So you already kind of know how big of a difference it makes just to cut it in a different style. Go ahead and watch some Magical Emi while we're at it. Take out my hand and my happiness. Alright, so I've got this sectioned off by the wefts that are on the bottom now, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut just a little bit shorter to give her the look that she has. And I'm watching some Magical Emi now to make sure I, am referencing the actual look and not going off design. So basically I just sectioned this out, and I'm gonna cut probably right around here and see if that's too long when I try it on. Alright, so I have just been cutting along. I'm going every single weft, separating by weft, and then cutting that one to blend it into this kind of like layered little 80s mullet thing that she's got going on. So I'm just going to keep at that, get pretty much the whole bob mullet situation cut out. Then I'm going to try it on to start feeling out what the bangs are going to look like. So this is how she's looking so far in the back, and then of course there's all this hair that I still need to, yeah, she's ready. She's going to the con just like that. Yeah, you can find me looking like this at Katsucon. This is my new look. Alright, so we've got the back pretty much done. Pretty much the cut is the way that I want it to look. I haven't been able to reliably try it on yet because of how large my hair is. I still have to like put it up and everything, but kind of got the 80s bowl cut turned mullet thing that's happening in Magical Emi down. At least I'd like to think so. So I'm pretty excited about that. And now I'm just cutting her bangs. Hopefully I've got them long enough. I did like try it on to a certain extent just to get the correct length. Started there, and now I'm cutting everything else to that length. Probably going to make the next couple layers longer so that I'll be able to tease this up and so forth, make it nice and fluffy. So that's what I'm up to. Hopefully then I'll be able to try this on, and ideally it'll all like be at the right length and it won't be way too short, which is the problem with styling on wig heads. So wish me luck. Wish me luck on that. Alright folks, so I took a bath and washed my hair and twisted it down so that I could try on this wig, and it seems like, for cutting it without any reference on what it would actually look like on my head, so far it's looking okay. I still have to do some heat styling and making sure that the layers kind of all go back in that way, and I might save some of the hairs that I cut and kind of make this like longer so it's a little more flattering on me. But it just depends. But there is a lot of fluff to this wig, especially in the bangs, so I'll be able to tease it and give myself more volume that way. But she's got her little bob going. She's kind of cute, so just gonna have to fluff it up a little bit. just like that. Yeah, she's ready for the con. No, but I'm gonna go ahead and do some heat styling with it, with probably like some hairspray and a blow dryer. Make sure everything's kind of going the right direction and nice and fluffy. But I might do that tomorrow when I'm working on other wigs, because I don't really feel like plugging in the blow dryer now. It's like late at night. But at least it's cut, so I'm gonna go ahead and try on with the rest of her outfit just for the fun of it.